is it the end of modern currency market after meeting that actually decided to make BRICS even stronger? As we know, BRICS, Brazil, India, China and Russia, together with South Africa, they have invited more very rich countries to BRICS. We're gonna see what does it mean. Are they going to invent new currency based on gold, or just this is to show the West, to show people that they are strong and they don't care anymore about the West? Maybe it is the case, or maybe they are not kidding and they are going to invent this new currency based on gold. So let's see, is it possible to invent new currencies by China, by India and by Russia, South Africa, United Arab Emirates and other countries that want to join BRICS? Well, as we know, that could be very strange to have currency that you can exchange for gold, let's say in Russia or in China or in India. You would have to then go to one of their banks and exchange it. So actually they should then have banks in countries like France, Germany, UK, Poland, Italy, United States and other countries around the world. If they want to have currency based on gold that you can exchange for gold at any time, then they need gold around the world. And we have to see if there is enough gold in the possession of Indian, Chinese, Russians and other nations like Brazil and South Africa. Well, we know that people don't care anymore about such currencies like British pound, as they have printed 900 billion pounds in last 13 years, which means their currency is weak. As we can see, now I am going to show you something that you never seen probably. Look. This is chart for gold in US dollars. Just a few years ago, dollar was very strong, but now it is the end. Just in 2001, you could get 1 ounce of gold for $263, but now 1 ounce is almost 2,000. The same with the British pound. Look, British pound is getting weaker and weaker. British pound is getting weaker and weaker together with printing, with quantitative easing, because Britain is printing money. They have had actually very low interest rate. They have still low interest rate. It is not so low anymore as it is 5.25. But comparing to historical levels, it is still low. It is normal. But the British economy is now in big trouble. As we can see, they started printing so much in 2008-7, and look what happened. From the point of 300 pounds per ounce, British pound has lost its value to gold by 5 times. By 5 times today, 1 ounce is around 1,500. We can see that nobody wants anymore British pound. People like to have gold. And now this what I am going to show you can really get you nightmares. Or maybe if you have gold, then you may be happy. There are two sides. We have to prepare. We have to know what is going on. Let's see. I asked Google, how much gold Indian people have. Indian people, not central bank, not their central bank, not Fed, like Fed or like Bank of England, but just normal people, families, people. And this what Google says. It says like this: India's households' gold stocks are around 25,000 tons. 25,000 tons. Can you imagine? Indian households are believed to possess approximately 21,000 tons of gold, maintaining their position as the world's largest holders of the precious metal, according to the World Gold Council. Can you imagine? Of course, they cannot measure it. It is not possible to find out how much how much Indian people have of this gold, as it is not regulated. Actually, we don't know how much they've got, but if they've got so much gold, that means they have 15% of all world's gold. Can you imagine? And China, they have so much gold that we don't even understand how much it is. We don't understand how much it is. Great Britain has 300 or 400 tons. The Bank of England has around 300 tons. But just Indian people, they have 24,000 tons. Can you imagine? 24,000 tons, just Indian people. How much have Chinese? And Google says, my estimate for Chinese private reserve in 2022 is nearly 24,000. The same as Indians. Can you imagine? Divided by 1.4 billion people, the Chinese population in 2022 equals 17 grams per capita. Ladies and gentlemen, India and China all together, according to this, unmeasured data, because we are not able to check it. We are not able to go and check every household in India and China, and their governments, I think, don't check how much gold they've got. They are free to have. They are free people in China to have gold, and free people in India to have gold. And look for this now. These are just reserves of the central banks. This is a list of central banks and the gold reserves. Can you imagine that United States Fed has 8,000 tons of gold. As we remember, just Indian people have 24,000 of gold. Just Indian people. Germany, they have 3,353 tons. And Italy, 2,452 tons. And France, 2,437 tons. And then it is going down. Russia, 2,000 tons. China and Switzerland, 1,000 tons. And Japan, 846. India, just their bank, Indian bank, has 797 tons. What does it mean? That means they have 30 times less than the population in India. They have so much gold, Indian people, that we cannot imagine. Look, Turkey just 440 tons, Portugal 383. Look, and United Kingdom 310 ton of gold. Can you imagine? And Spain 282. And Poland 277. Belgium 227. What does it mean? China, together with China and India, just these two countries, they have 30% of all gold on earth. Now I show you data. Look, in 2011 there was 171,000 tons of gold. What does it mean? 84,000 tons were in jewelry. Investment 33,000. Central banks just 30,000. Can you imagine? Almost all gold almost all gold on Earth, well, probably more than half, is in the possession of Chinese, Indian, Russians, probably other countries like Lebanon, like Kazakhstan, and other countries like you see, I'm gonna show you Saudi Arabia. As we can see, the West don't have gold. West doesn't have gold. We don't have gold. We don't have gold. All gold is in Asia. All gold is in the possession of also companies. Like this data shows that CPDR Gold Shares ETF has 1,167 tons of gold. iShares Gold Trust 523 tons of gold, etc., etc. Yeah. So from this data, we can see that it is very possible for Chinese. It is very possible for Indian, and because they've got so much gold. I really don't believe in a good currency that is based on gold that you can exchange, because there is not so much currency. There is not so much gold that people would like to have. And all gold is in India and China. Of course, there is some gold in Poland and Europe and other countries. Yes, we have gold. But just India and China, they have 30% of all world's gold. 30%, just India and China. But there are other countries like Russia. They have gold in their land. On their land, they actually produce gold. There are many countries with big possession of gold. And this is a question. How much gold can cost? If British pound they need to print British pound, United States must print dollar, etc., etc. So gold price will be going up and up and up and up. Or maybe it will go down if all Chinese people and Indian people and Russian people and all central banks, will decide to sell their gold. Then the price will go down. But if they sell it, they will need to sell it for what? Bitcoin? Crypto? For what? For printed money? For last 20 years, people don't want any more such currencies like British pound, because they've been printing. And Chinese and Indian are not stupid. They are not stupid. No, they are not, because they've got so much gold. That means they're smart. Good luck. Please subscribe this channel, as this is a new channel and I need subscription. And please give me a thumb up. And also give me a comment. Thank you. Bye bye.